Right in front of me, we have the 2004 Honda S2000. I've had this for about a month, and I'm going to go ahead and explain to you why this is my second Honda S2000. So if you're familiar with the channel, you remember me creating content, POV drives, reviews of my first S2000. Well, I actually sold that around September of 2022, around last year. And as of recently, I really missed that car, so I decided to pull the trigger again. But why did I pull the trigger again on a second car? And same color as well. The reason I picked up another S2000 is there's not many cars out on the road like this. And what I mean by that is the way it drives, the way it looks, and most importantly, the way it makes you feel. Now, I drive a lot of cars. I drive a lot of Lamborghinis, McLarens, Rolls Royce, a lot of sporty cars such as BMWs and AMGs. And I picked up an S2000 again. But why? As I walk around the body, I'm just reminded of how good of a choice this car is. Just mounted the spoiler around 2 weeks ago, and I think it looks great. OEM as well. So I got a few big plans for this S2000. This is going to be the same color I had 2 years ago, so it doesn't feel that brand new to me. Of course, it's a new car to me because it's been a month, but it doesn't feel new good just because it's the same color. Some of my big plans include wrapping the car, getting an exhaust, and maybe lowering it. I don't think I'm going to change the wheels just because I love the wheels, the way they look from factory. They're already pretty good, and I think they're Enkis as well, so they're pretty reputable. Fun fact about this S2000, I picked it up with 71,000 miles, and one of the reasons why I picked up a second S2000 as well is because they continue to go up in price. I feel like they're a safe bet, they're a safe purchase, and they're just going to keep going up in value over time. Now, I'm not sure if they're going to reach NSX prices, but I can only hope. It is the same engineer as the NSX, and it has the same formula. One of the only two Hondas with rear-wheel drive. Everything else is front-wheel drive, and I'm not sure if they're going to ever make a rear-wheel drive car, but here it is, and the NSX. One of my favorite things is the interior. Look at that huge fly. What the heck? That's a horsefly. Get out of here. Anyways, the interior is just beautiful. Really simple, just the things you need. Really love how everything is focused on the driver. Everything is pointed to the driver. And this shift knob. This is going to be an OEM Honda titanium shift knob. I remember posting this car on Instagram when I first got it, and I got a couple messages saying that they really wanted my shift knob, and if I were to sell it, to DM them and let them know. I thought it was just some ordinary shift knob and didn't know why people wanted it, but I looked it up and they're worth $500 on eBay, so I think I'm gonna keep it. I love that there's a hidden compartment for the radio. One of the first modifications I ever did was upgrade the head unit. I got an Alpine UTE, forgot what it was called, but that was my first modification, and it was necessary. One of my favorite things about owning my first S2000 was when I was driving with the top down, bumping music. Listening to music is one of my favorite things to do, and it's awesome when you can drive a car that you love while doing it. My second modification was that spoiler that I just mentioned, and I think it adds a lot to the looks. Look at that. That's beautiful. I could see myself snowballing into getting carried away and modifying the whole car, but I'm gonna try my best not to modify too much. I want to keep it pure, and I want to keep it stock like this. You don't really see them stock like this. So exhaust and wrap, and might call it a day. I'm looking to get the HKS high dual power exhaust. If you guys are familiar with that exhaust or have any tips or recommendations, go ahead and comment down below, because I do want a really cool exhaust. Not too loud, but enough to make me happy. I do want to give you guys a heads up that I will be wrapping this car a pretty bright color, just because I've always had silver. I want something that stands out. I want something that you can recognize from a mile away and say, hey, that's Mark. So this is pretty much all stock, so you could see that the suspension's a little high for my liking. I would lower it maybe an inch or two, and I feel like that would be perfect, but it still looks great. I feel like S2000 owners always have a story of them selling their first S2000 and then getting one later on in the years, and that's definitely true. That definitely happened to me. Who knows, if I sell this, I know I would get another one in life. They're just that fun. If you guys are looking into getting a Honda S2000 or a Miata or something similar like that, pull the trigger, because there's no cars out there that drive like these cars. Honda reliability, the great looks, the performance. It's not the fastest car, but it's more fun to drive a slow car faster than a fast car slow. And you could ring this out. This thing revs out to, I want to say, 83 to 85,000 RPMs. But if you get the AP1, that's 9,000 RPMs. This thing is a literal race car. Look at that. Look how beautiful it looks. I'm gonna definitely do a POV drive of this soon. Go ahead and check that out. I do have multiple of those POV drives for different cars. I can't wait till you guys see the wrap. And if you guys want me to do specific content on the S2000, touch on a specific topic of the S2000, or get my opinion on something, go ahead and feel free to comment down below. I'm gonna be doing a lot of videos with this car, as well as my buddy's Mark IV Supra. What we're gonna do is build them up together and have fun with these Japanese classics. Yeah, this car is around 20 years old. I can't believe that, and it still looks this great. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video.